Hey, what's up guys? Today I want to show you how to build, in my opinion, one of the best budget ADARs that you could possibly build in the game. This build will only cost you between about 60 to 80k, maybe 85k. Now you might think it's a little expensive, but like building a really decent gun that has good recoil and good ergonomics, you know, it's hard to come by. This build gives you about 74 ergonomics and 66 vertical recoil and 179 horizontal recoil. Now all these parts, they vary between 60 and 85k depending on the flea market. It's always moving up and down, but these are all the parts for them. And at the later part of the video, I'll show you guys that this costs between that amount and how I end up building the gun so you save a little bit more money. The first part you're going to want is the Hogue OverMolded rubber grip Ghillie earth. Next part you're going to want is the PWS CQB 556x45 muzzle brake. Next part you're going to want is the MK12 low profile gas block. Then you're going to want the Magpul M-LOK AFG flat dark earth tactical grip. Now I know the gun looks kind of ugly because of the colors, but I did this because a lot of these attachments I have are the same parts, but they have a bunch of different variations of colors that have the same exact stats. So I went with the cheapest that I could find. So that's why the gun's color scheme is pretty ugly. Next part you're going to want is the MOE Carbine stock OD. It's this green one. It's the cheapest one. And then this rubber butt pad for the carbine stock. And you also want the Magpul MOE SL mid-length M-LOK foregrip for AR-15. And is that it? And the sight, I'll leave that up to you. I like using the PLAD P1X42. It all depends on what you like, really. So whether you want a cheaper sight or whether you want a sight that you just like better in general, I'll leave that up to you. Okay, so I'm gonna sell this gun and show you how I build it from the ground up. Because you might be wondering how I'm able to do it this way. So the way you're gonna want to do this is you're gonna want to go to the flea market. You're gonna want to go to an ADAR. You know, set it to however you need to set it in the filters. You're gonna want to keep scrolling down until you find an ADAR that looks like a stock built ADAR. So like something like this, because you're gonna want it to have this barrel, this charge handle, this buffer tube, and this upper. You save a lot of money by buying it like this rather than, because you might say, oh snap, 22k, why don't I just buy the one for 6k and get the parts that way? These 4 parts all together by themselves cost like 30k plus. So by buying a stock ADAR for 22k instead of buying it for 6,000, you're basically saving about 15k by buying a full stocked one with these parts alone. So that's why I buy it this way. Okay. So that cost me 23k right there. So it'll vary. So then what you're gonna want to do is remove this, basically everything that you don't want. I mean, if you find a compensator that you like better than what I recommended, or you just want to save some money, just do whatever you want. So when I go to edit preset, obviously you guys aren't going to have this yet until after you build the gun. So make sure you go and build it and then save the preset so you can keep building it over and over like this. Super easy. So if I go to find parts and set all the filters, You see how it's like 96k? It's like with this, it'll be 96k altogether. Now, if I go to assemble and already have a few of the parts together, now that changes to 59k. So I spent how much? 23k on the stock model. And I'm going to spend about 59k to get all the parts. That is around 82,000. So like I said earlier, between 60 and 80k, might be a little bit more, but it depends on how cheap people are selling stuff at the moment. So if you find it where they're selling something for super cheap, just grab it and, you know, it'll be less than 80k. You might have to do this a couple times. So now when I put it all together, it's the exact gun I had earlier. 74 ergonomic, 66 vertical recoil, 179 horizontal. And this is the gun that you get. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helped you out. Remember, if you want to... Oh yeah, one more thing. Your magazines, I would go with the Stanag. It's really cheap. It's like 2k a mag. For ammo, this is all going to be relevant based on what you're willing to spend. If you're budgeting, like I used to use FMJ ammo. A lot of people would say it's terrible ammo, but it gets the job done in a lot of situations. The only thing it's not going to work really well against is level 4 armor and level 4 and up. Pretty much it's going to be kind of ass. But I didn't really run into people like that, and I'd mostly go for headshots anyway, so I didn't really have to deal with much when it came to this type of thing. But if you can spend the money, I would recommend probably M56A1s. M55A1s are really good too. These ones are even better, but obviously you're probably not going to be able to afford that. This 292 is because I have skier at level 4. You're probably not going to have that. And I'm also going to link in the description an ammo chart, since most people probably don't use one. This is the ammo chart that I use. It's this guy made it, No Food After Midnight. That's his Twitch channel if you guys want to check him out. He made a dope chart. So we're in 5.56 by 45 for ammo, right? FMJ does pretty well up until level 4. Level 4, it's pretty ass. M855. So this is basically where you can compare all your ammos depending on what gun you're using. This is what Adar bullets are, or M4 bullets are. You can get M55A1, M56A1. You can see what the difference is and whether you're willing to spend more money on stuff. I buy M55A1s now because I have skier level 4 and I could just buy them very cheap compared to what it is for normally if you don't have that. But it's really relative and up to you what you want to spend your money on. So if you don't have a lot of money, you know, buy what you can afford. And that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.